What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, and we're at it again with another episode in the r/am I the asshole series. And after the previous episode, a lot of you guys seem to like it, so we're going to continue with this series. I really enjoy doing this. I like going over these stories and telling you how I think about it, like every other video I make. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's just jump into the first one. Our first post comes from user throwaway30931071. I, 33-year-old male, have been with my fiance, 26, for over 2 years. We recently got engaged, and I saved up for an engagement ring that costs $8,000. I've given up a lot of things that needed to be bought, cars, repairs. I've even stopped spending money on eating out and limited my time with my friends, skipping trips and weekend getaways, and I still got to pay rent on top of all of that. And last week, my fiance called me and she was freaking out. She told me that she lost her engagement ring while she was shopping with her sisters. I tried to get her to calm down, and she wanted me to come over to her mom's as fast as I can to discuss what happened. So far, things are pretty tame. It's really nice to hear that this guy went out of his way to sacrifice so much to make sure his fiance could get a really nice ring. $8,000 might be low for an engagement ring, but it's $8,000. It's $8,000 that you promised to your wife, and that's amazing, dude. But now, I'm really curious about how she lost this ring. I arrived at her mom's place. Her mom was sitting with my fiance, and she explained how she lost her ring and how pissed off she was, but never said nor implied that it was her fault, and tried to put the blame elsewhere. I told her no problem, that I'll get her a new one soon, once I saved up for it, and she gave me a look. She didn't seem to take me seriously. And then she started complaining about how she wouldn't want me to save up because, well, that would take a long time, and she wouldn't be able to walk around without her ring now that she let everyone know that she got engaged. I told her I had no other choice, but I was stunned when she mentioned the money I've been saving up for the private surgery that I'll be undergoing in 2 months, since public hospitals are crowded and my condition couldn't wait any longer. Recently, I've been experiencing increased pain and having difficulty doing daily activities due to a heart condition. And there it is. I'm getting the feeling that your wife either lost the ring on purpose or is capitalizing on the fact that she was negligent with her ring and trying to upgrade to a new one. And either way is pretty grimy. But really, that's not the worst part. Money can be saved, and most likely he's going to buy her a new ring. The issue is that she's asking him to spend money out of his emergency medical fund meant for his heart so that she could get a new ring because she lost the other one. This whole situation would have been avoided if she was just more cognizant and aware of her stuff and didn't go out of her way to lose an $8,000 ring. Now, I completely understand why she's upset. She doesn't want to walk around without her engagement ring after telling all of her friends that she's engaged. I get that. That is fair. But you know what isn't fair? Asking the man with heart troubles to spend his heart troubles money on your ring. You could save him a lot of trouble by just not pestering him about it, by just letting him save up the money to get you a new ring. I get that your friends are important to you, and I get you don't want to have that embarrassing conversation about how you lost an $8,000 ring with them, but what's more important is your relationship with your potential husband, and maintaining that. And if you just have to wait a couple months for this guy to get his money up so that he can buy you a new ring, why not just wait? You're gonna get a new ring anyway. It's just not going to be instant. I declined, and she kept insisting, and even said I should get money from my parents who already paid enough for my treatment. I said no. I told her she needed to wait, but she started saying that clearly our relationship didn't mean anything to me, and that I think her feelings didn't matter. Then she talked about how having a ring was the least she could ask for, and her mom didn't even help me. She didn't say anything. She just tried to come up with ways for me to consider this. I fought with my fiance and called her unreasonable for asking me to literally choose between my operation and her. When I left, I got a text telling me how big of a deal this was for her, and that it was not okay for me to disregard her feelings like this, and that there will not be a wedding as long as I continue to ignore her basic requests and needs. We haven't talked ever since. My mom got into a huge argument with her, and things got complicated even more. And there it is. Yeah, this wasn't even about the relationship. It was just about her wanting a really expensive ring. She probably lost it on purpose so that she could upgrade to a new one. I can't believe someone would actually use their relationship as an ultimatum just to get a physical object. She's over here talking about how a ring is really important to her, and I get that, but your fiance needs medical treatment. He can't afford to spend another $8,000 on a ring because he has heart troubles. And the interesting thing is that as much as she says that he's disregarding her feelings, she's disregarding and dismissing his life. So with all that being considered, yeah, this fiance is the asshole in the situation. And my guy, I know that you're hurting right now. You dropped $8,000 on your fiance for this ring, and she's ignoring you just because you won't buy her a new one. This might be a breakup, and it might be emotionally difficult for you, but you just missed a bullet, my man. I really hope you find somebody who cares about you, dude, and not just the people who care about you because you give them nice things. Our next story comes from user Yofiddle. I have 3 children, and when my oldest son got married, my husband and I paid for the down payment on his house. When my daughter got married, we were going to do the same, but they chose to live in one of their FIL's rental properties, so my husband and I paid for all their furniture. I always assumed that when my youngest son got married, we would do something similar. My youngest married a woman I have issues with. I was actually fine with her for a while, but when she asked me if I wanted grandchildren, I said I didn't have particularly strong feelings, and she began to cry, and told me that her mom puts a lot of pressure on her to have kids, and she doesn't think she wants them. But she comes from a traditional family, and her mom has called her broken and said she needs mental help. This struck a chord with me because I wish someone told me that I didn't have to have children. I told her that she absolutely is not broken, and she shouldn't have kids if she doesn't want them. I confess that I regretted having my kids, and I resent that no one made it clear to me that I shouldn't have them if I was enthusiastic, and that being a mother had been very draining and unfulfilling, and my husband and I struggled emotionally with how much we didn't want to be parents. I don't know what's up with these stories, but they seem so tame in the beginning, right? They seem so normal. Okay, so they have a connection between not necessarily wanting to be parents, and I totally understand that. Not everybody's really cut out for parenting, and it's good that they have a connection like that. I mean, they're going to be part of the same family really soon, and they should be able to really console each other through the parenting process. It's a little disconcerting to hear that somebody resents their kids, but I mean, they're adults now. What can you really say? Hopefully she wasn't a cruel mother to her children because she resented not having really a life outside of parenting. And at the end of the day, you still chose to get pregnant. I understand that you had a lot of familial pressure, but you're also an adult with the ability to say no. And I get it. I know it's easy for me to say that because I don't have kids, but it's in my opinion that you chose to be pregnant. And naturally so, you signed up for all the consequences of having a child and starting a family. Alright, so this went home and told my son everything I said. And he told his siblings. She said he had the right to know that I didn't love him, which wasn't what I said at all. Then she implied that I was stupid for having kids I didn't want, but she was considering doing the same, so she can't be that smart either. Uh-oh, little secret came out that mom resented her kids. What do you expect to happen? You told your daughter-in-law a really big secret about whether or not you actually loved your children. Now, I'm not going to make the assumption that she didn't love her kids, but I understand the assumption that she didn't because she literally said that she resented her children and wouldn't have had them if she had the choice. So who are you really mad at, lady? Your daughter-in-law for telling your son the truth, or yourself for not fully loving your children and having that secret get out? This caused a ton of family drama, and I told her that I'll never forgive her, and I'll never view her as family. They got married last year, and I bought them a $50 gift off the registry. My son still brings it up on occasion, but I feel like I don't owe them a house when she betrayed me like that. Wow, you're crappy. So you're gonna give your oldest son a house, your daughter probably a couple $1,000s worth of furniture, and your son $50 because his wife had the audacity to tell him the truth about your feelings towards him and towards his siblings? I'm not saying the man is entitled to a gift from you. He's a grown man, he's able to get a house by himself, but it's his wedding. It's kind of unsaid that you're supposed to kind of splurge for your kid. You know, it's his party. It's probably the biggest party he's ever going to have. And you're going to give him $50 because of something that his wife said? That doesn't seem quite fair at all. And you even realized that because when you edited this post, you added, "No one is going to change my mind about this woman. She did something horrible, but I'm going to buy my son a car, so he doesn't have to be punished for what she did. Thanks for the advice." So, with everything considered, you are an asshole, lady. In my opinion, at least. You could have kept this argument and this disagreement personally between you and your daughter-in-law. You didn't have to be petty towards your son, and I'm glad that you realized that and you're willing to give him a car, but still, you know, you went out of your way to punish him too for an argument that you had with his wife. And fun fact, regardless of whether or not you consider her family, she is his wife. She is a part of your family with or without your blessing. And the cherry on top of all of this is the fact that she has your last name now. So I hope you guys can bury the hatchet because you're going to be connected for a really long time. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? If you're old, make sure to hit that bell to get these notifications every time. Seriously, I enjoy making these r/am I the asshole videos. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Gives me a reason to play Rainbow Six and say that I'm actually working at the same time. So thank you for giving me that excuse. It's really nice. And as always, gotta thank the Patreon supporters. So thank you to Muffy Luhu, Trey, Brody, Noah, Sir Teacup, Ethan, John Robinson, Arolina, Jason, Catherine Taylor, Pixie Love, Pixie Art 5, Keith Myers, Hannah, Taki, Bunny Boo, Canned Eggplant, Hostmar, Trenton Golden, Vermont, Yeetmaster, Arjen, Will Billy, and Dustin. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there are 2 links in the description, one to my Patreon and one to my merch store. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.